Hi, this is KCCK's Culture Crawl. I'm Dennis Green, and my guests today are Scott Shanahan and Melissa Zachman. Welcome.
Good morning. Thanks.
You're both on the organizing committee for a brand new event called Kennedy Night Live. Who wants to tell me what Kennedy Night Live is about? Melissa, I think you're up.
You're the funny guy. Kennedy Night Live is something that's new this year that is an night out for the adults where they get the opportunity to enjoy music, dinner, and then followed up with comedy that is going to be a fundraiser that'll benefit Kennedy and improvements that are needed.
Kennedy High School, of
Correct.
course, and unlike most high school fundraisers, which usually involve a bunch of students selling pizzas or magazine subscriptions or something like this, this is an evening of pretty high-quality entertainment.
Yes.
Right, Scott?
Well, I sure hope so. What I lack in talent, I guess I make up for in sarcasm. We'll find out what happens on stage.
So there are kind of, well, not counting, dinner and things like that, kind of three components. You've got, we have Alisabeth von Presley, the great singer who's been associated, not a Kennedy graduate, but she's been associated with Kennedy for a long time. And then a good friend of mine, Andy Rowell, who's been a guest on this very show,
Nice.
Known online as the Tequila Guy,
Right.
stand-up comedian out of Chicago is going to be there. And then there's also going to be an improv competition? Are we calling that a competition?
Definitely a competition.
Yeah, I think so. I don't know how much us actors, if you will, think that it's competitive or not. But yeah, there's whoever
You might not, but there's definitely some competition.
whoever raises the most money, I think that there's a quote unquote prestigious award.
Oh, okay. So it's one of those things
Nothing
where
prestigious about it.
where you can vote for your favorite performer, and then there'll be a kind of a People's Choice Award winner.
Right. I think we all have the same cause in mind, and it's just raising money for Kennedy High School. But yeah, it should be a good time. When they asked me to do it, I said, why not? I'm not the one that's ever been on stage before. I think I'm going to be up there with a lot of people that are savvy about theater and improv in general. Me, I'm going to make a fool of myself and have a great time.
So what do you suppose they saw in you, Scott, without a performing background that made them think, oh, we need to put him in the improv squad?
Well,
I can answer
think
that. I can answer that. Scott has the ability to say about anything to anyone and get away with it somehow. He's always very entertaining.
James, a mutual friend of all of ours, told me once that I can say things that he would say and get slapped.
Right.
And I can get a chuckle out of it. So,
what could possibly go wrong?
Right.
Right.
Again, adult only night.
So if people watching the video, they can see the poster, which has some of the improv performers who are out of the community at large and in the Kennedy community. But do you have a list? Can you tell us who is going to be involved?
We have the Noreen Bush, who is the school board
acting superintendent.
Exactly. We also have the Kennedy football coach. There's a couple of the teachers as well as a couple of the alum. Scott and
Jennifer Newman.
Yes, and she is
new school board member.
Yes, as well as she owns her own company.
Caleb Marner.
Oh, Caleb.
He's a grad.
Caleb is a recent grad. We got Dana Maloney in there,
And she's a teacher.
Okay, and Hillary Nekvinda.
Yes, she's another one of our teachers. Our school principal, Mr. Klein, who's always willing to do anything it takes for the students. He's willing to make a fool of himself. Our music director, Storm Ziegler. But yeah, it's been pretty fun to get a couple of our coaches that they're like, I'm not funny. And I'm like, well, that sometimes is funny in itself. And so, bad dad jokes will be flying and, some improv skits and,
Talking with Melissa and Scott about Kennedy Night Live, which is coming up
January 25th. It's going to be held at the Doubletree.
Okay.
It's kind of a dress up, a night to get dressed up and go out. Again, sit down dinner. There's a concert that will begin at 6. There's 2 different ticket options you can buy. The first is $65, and that is dinner and improv. The other is $75, and that gets you a private concert with Alisabeth von Presley.
With the great Alisabeth.
Exactly. cocktails, sit-down dinner, music afterwards, and again, all for a good cause.
All I heard was cocktails. The rest was noise.
The more you drink, the funnier Scott is. I think
vice
it's
versa.
kind of our takeaway here. Scott, so what preparation have you been doing for your stage debut in improv?
The Kennedy staff, Tolly in general, he's had a rehearsal. And they've got 3.
There's been a rehearsal. That's good news.
Rehearsal.
Yeah.
There's more coming. We got 3 more to go, and I'm going to try to make it to all of them because here again, I'm pretty comfortable in front of a crowd. I'm pretty comfortable on stage, but I've never done anything formal like this. But they brought in some pros that teach it at Kennedy and do it for fun on the side. Mm-hmm. I learned a lot from these 3 guys at our first rehearsal. So I'm going to go into it with eyes open and mouth wide open as well, probably, and really look forward to doing it. But yeah, we're going to have a few more practices because I'm okay with looking foolish, but I don't want to be too foolish and look like I'm just
the right kind of foolish.
Yeah,
I think is what we're going with.
Hopefully, be entertaining and not anything else.
Well, it just sounds like a lot of fun, and again, something very different from your normal high school fundraiser. And anybody who's ever had kids go through high school know that there's never enough money to do all the fun stuff that you want the kids to be able to do. Or in this case, I think the proceeds are going to be going to upgrading audio visual, which is something that benefits everybody. All the activities. So January 25th, how do people get tickets? Is there a website or I know there's a Facebook page?
We do have an online website.
I don't have it in front of me, but if you just Google Kennedy Night Live, Cedar Rapids, Iowa, it'll come up with the link, and then there's purchase tickets link on the website.
And if you're watching on the video, it is above our heads, right at this very moment. The link is right there.
Wonderful.
Thanks again. Thanks for being here, and good luck with the event.
Absolutely.
Sounds like a blast.
Thank you so much for having us.
Yeah, we will see you there.
You can hear the Culture Crawl live on the radio most weekday mornings at 10:20, or download or watch the video podcast using the podcast app of your choice, or at kcck.org/culture. I'm Dennis Green, and I'll talk to you later.